everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Debbie and I read so many books and I absolutely love it. Today's book is Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. There is the front cover. I really enjoyed this book. Oh, it had kind of a mystery to it, as well as being funny, and there's a romance in there as well. I feel like it's got a bit of everything. So yeah, let's get in with that blurb. When Amira is apprehended at a supermarket for kidnapping the white child she's actually babysitting, it sets off an explosive chain of events. Her employer Alex, a feminist blogger with the best of intentions, resolves to make things right. But Amira herself is aimless, broke and wary of Alex's desire to help. When a surprising connection emerges between the two women, it sends them on a crash course that will upend everything they think they know about themselves, each other, and the messy dynamics of privilege. So there's 320 pages in American fiction, comedy, satire, humorous and romance. I did not take very long to read this at all. It was very good, it was very interesting. At the beginning of the book you meet Amira, who is mid-20s. You know, she's still trying to find herself while all of her friends seem to know what they're doing and what to do with the rest of their lives. She's still not completely sure. All she knows is that she really enjoys babysitting for the Chamberlains and she's completely in love with their daughter Briar. There's also another daughter called Catherine, but it's mainly Briar that she's looking after, the 3-year-old. And the relationship between Amira and Briar throughout the book is so sweet. It is so cute. You can tell that Amira has such love for this child. She's kind of has a bit of a distance with the Chamberlains, Alex, the mother, and the father, whose name escapes me off the top of my head. You don't hear much about the husband throughout the book. There is one moment which kind of adds to everything else that happens in the book, but it's mainly about Amira, Alex and Briar, and the man who witnesses the kidnapping. Now, I say it loosely because just that's how it's put in the blurb. Basically, Amira is called while she's at her friend's birthday. It's like 11 o'clock at night and she is called by Alex saying that there's something has happened at the house, they need to call the police, and can Amira take Briar out of the house while they sort all of this out. And so Amira, even though she's at somebody else's birthday, she's just like, you know what, if there's really no one else you can call, just be aware that I am dressed slightly differently because I've just been at a birthday, I have been drinking, is that okay with you that I will be looking after her while in this state? And then they're just like, we just want you to get her out of the house. And so Amira takes her off to a supermarket. She takes one of her friends from the party as well, and it starts off all innocent, you know, they're looking around. Briar likes looking at like the nuts and things, and so Amira's just taken around and just distracting Briar for however long she needs to, when after having a bit of a dance party in the aisles, a woman reports Amira to the security saying, this girl does not look like she is this child's mother and I'm reporting this, basically. To which Amira has a bit of a moment where she's just like, I'm her babysitter, do you want me to call the child's father, you know, what do I need to do? And she has a moment of standing up for herself. Unfortunately for her, somebody else who is at the supermarket records the whole incident and then confronts Amira afterwards and says, you know, well done for standing up for yourself, I have it on video, do you want to get this security guard fired and all this? And so everything else that happens in this book comes off that one moment in the supermarket of Amira defending herself and the incident that she's put in. When her employer Alex finds out about the moment, she goes on a mission to get to know Amira better, because she's just like, hang on a second, you know, this young woman has been in our lives for a while looking after my kids, and I just realised I know nothing about her, and so I want to get to know her. And then Kelly, the guy who filmed Amira at the supermarket, he then starts a relationship with Amira. Throughout the book you get Amira's point of view and Alex's point of view, and you realise that there's a connection between the two that none of them actually realise. Kelly, the guy who filmed Amira at the supermarket, was Alex's ex-boyfriend from when she was at school. So Kelly is older than Amira. Amira's kind of in her mid-20s, and it puts Alex and Kelly at kind of their early 30s. So it's not a huge age difference between everybody. But yeah, and then through that and through getting to know Kelly, you find out about Alex's history, you find out about Kelly's history, and you find out that Alex and Kelly, their relationship as teenagers ended very badly. And that kind of affects the rest of the book, where you've got lots of finger pointing, and you find that Amira basically finds herself at the middle of this. It is so good. There's such good funny moments. Obviously it does become about race and privilege, because Amira is black and she's babysitting for a white family, so there is a very important conversation about race there, especially with the way she is treated at the supermarket when she is with Briar, and she's trying to like just protect the kid from whatever is happening at the house. So it was just so interesting. It was funny, it was heartwarming. You've got the romance in there, which is blossoming between Amira and Kelly. You also see Amira put in quite an interesting situation in regards to what she is hearing from Kelly and Alex, and what she does and doesn't know about their relationship as teenagers and how all that happened. And it comes to a point when it just feels like a very much he said, she said type thing, where you're not completely sure who's telling the truth. There's points when it feels like there's gaslighting happening, but you're not quite sure actually who's doing it. And so there are a couple of flashbacks where you actually learn more information about what happened between Alex and Kelly as teenagers. And it's like Alex has made assumptions about Kelly, Kelly has made assumptions about Alex, and Amira's just there in the middle trying to figure out who's telling the truth, who's right, who's wrong, while also trying to find herself in her mid-20s and figure out what she wants to do with the rest of her life. Because, as I said, she is looking at her friends around her who know what they want to do, are getting promotions and are earning the money they need to, and Amira just does not know what she wants to do. All she knows at this point in her life is that she likes babysitting, she loves Briar, she doesn't know if she wants to leave the Chamberlains, but at the same time she knows that she can't babysit forever. There's a point when she's just like, maybe if I just became a full-time nanny, would that be something I want to do? Or do I want to go another way through the childcare route? But yeah, it was just such a good story, because you've got that mystery there with Amira being in the middle of it all. It was just such a page turner. I constantly wanted to know what was going to happen next. I was wanting to know what was going on, who was right, who was wrong, you know, with all the finger pointing and everything, and just seeing Amira in the middle of it, just trying to figure out what on earth is going on, while also trying to find herself. But yeah, it was a really, really great story. I really enjoyed it. Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. I feel like the title is quite versatile when you're looking at the relationship between Amira and Briar. You're also looking at the fact that obviously Amira's in her mid-20s, and that should be the fun age, and yet she's still trying to figure out what she wants to do with the rest of her life. Yeah, it's just a very versatile title for the story that is told. It was longlisted Booker Prize 2020 and nominated for the Goodreads Choice Awards in 2020 as well, and was also a Reese Witherspoon Book Club pick. So yeah, you can tell it's a good book when you get stuff like that. But yeah, I just loved it. I thought it was really funny, really interesting. I loved that, having that mystery while it also being a coming of age story. It was just brilliant. Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. I am very looking forward to seeing if anything else comes out by this author. Apparently this was a debut novel from Kiley Reid, so it will be interesting to see what other stories she gets to tell. I always love reading like the author notes at the end of books and just seeing like them doing all their thank yous and saying where they got the inspiration from, and I just find it fascinating finding where that spark came from in regards to the story I just read. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time with another video. I'll see you on Sunday. Mwah. Love you all. Stay safe. Bye.